Hey guys, let me show you how I made these cinnamon roll. These were so good, and the best thing about it is that I didn't use any sugar. I actually used a sugar substitute. So let me show you how I did it. Starting off, these are the ingredients. I used some almond extract. You can use vanilla extract if that's what you wish. For the frosting, I am using cream cheese. I love cream cheese, so that's why I chose to use cream cheese. And by the way, I got all these ingredients from Walmart. They are the Great Value brand. I am going to use all-purpose flour. That's the best flour to use when you're baking. I'm then going to use some margarine. You can use butter if you want, but I prefer to use margarine. I'm also going to use some walnut for the topping on the cinnamon roll. I am using ground cinnamon. And I am using some eggs. I also use some salt and some whole milk. I am going to use the instant yeast that I get in a pack. So starting off, I warm 1.5 cup of milk. I added 1 teaspoon of sugar, and then I added 1 pack of the instant yeast, and I let that sit for about 10 minutes. So I used 5.5 cup of flour, and then I added 1 cup of stevia, which is a sugar substitute. I then added 1 teaspoon of salt, and then I rested aside. To the yeast mixture, I then added 1/2 cup of melted butter. And then to the flour, I added 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. I then added 1 whole egg and 1 egg yolk. I then added the yeast mixture to the flour, and I mixed that all together. Once it's all incorporated, I'm going to kneading that. You're gonna knead that for about 5 to 7 minutes. You don't want to over knead it, so 5 to 7 minutes is good enough. I'm gonna make that into a dough ball, and then I'm going to let it sit for about 1 hour. You can let it sit for about 45 to 1 hour. After, it should double in size. It should look something like this, fluffy. I'm gonna take that out because I am gonna use a rolling pin to roll it out, and you want to roll it out evenly. For the cinnamon mixture, I added 1 cup of stevia. You can use sugar. If you're using sugar, the brown sugar would be the best option. I then added 1/2 cup of ground cinnamon to that, and 1 cup of butter. I then spread the cinnamon mixture on the dough, and I just roll that up. To a baking pan, I added some butter for it not to stick. I then cut them into small pieces, and then I'm just gonna add that in. I baked these on 400 degrees for about 25 to 30 minutes. For the cream cheese frosting, I then added 1 pack of cream cheese. And I then added some stevia as well. I didn't measure because you can add any amount of sugar you want. It depends on how sweet you want it to be. I then added that to my mixer. I'm going to mix that on medium for about 5 minutes. After the cinnamon rolls are done, while it's hot, I'm gonna add the cream cheese frosting. You wanna ensure you spread that all over evenly and let it sit for about 5 minutes while it sinks in. And that's it, you're all done. You can plate your cinnamon roll and you can top it with anything you wish. As I said, I'm going to top it with some walnut, and I did add some cherry jam to one of them, and it was so good. It was perfect. It wasn't too sweet. It was just perfect. If you like this recipe, please go ahead and give this video a like. You can definitely subscribe and turn on your notification bell if you want to keep up with my recipes. You can follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at VendaFoodaholic. Once again, thank you for watching. Bye.